Hi everyone, this is Julie Leggett Art. Thank you for joining me and thank you for watching. Now I thought decided I'd like to share with you some finds that I've picked up from, I suppose, car boots, or I suppose you might call it a flea market. But I've had some really fabulous things for very little money. So I consider myself blessed to be able to pick these sort of things up. The first little batch of things that I picked up, I think it must have been from, it was a young girl that I think was at art college or sort of doing an embroidery course at university, and she had a bag of pieces, and I think she charged me £2 for the bag, and I didn't really know what was in the bag. It was in a plastic bag, and I'm going to show you what was actually in the plastic bag, and this was just £2 of UK currency. And I was absolutely thrilled with what was inside. There's lots of hand-painted fabrics, all different colours. I'm going to just take you through them. As you can see, look, it's all been done on sheets, and there's some absolutely stunning pieces. There's a bit of marbling. I mean, I'm going to have such fun using all these up, but you can see all of somebody's work. There's a little bit of satin there, purple satin. Again, this is another piece of marbling. I mean, you know, this is so beautifully done, and I've got actually loads of it. Look, really beautiful. Obviously, somebody's had this done this themselves, because you can see it's all hand done, the projects, and obviously had this all left over and probably sat in a cupboard at home, and decided to sell it on. And I'm just so pleased to be the one that actually got this this bag of goodies. Just so many little bits. I mean, these will either go beautifully together as a project, or pieces can go into other pieces of embroidery and stitchwork. But as you can see, there's absolutely loads. I mean, it's worth far more than what I paid. You know, because I get things like this at such good prices, I'm always willing to give back, and because of the good things that I've got, so I like to give back in society, so I do give back in other ways. I mean, this is a piece of satin. It's beautiful. Look at the colours of that. And this has been hand dyed again. It's like a satin, but absolutely beautiful. And this one looks like she's started to stitch on it and doing some work in a machine. It looks like freestyle that she's been working on, and not continued with it. But just look at all this. And this is like Tyvek paper. I don't know if you're familiar with Tyvek paper, but this actually shrinks really well using a heat gun. But I think it's definitely Tyvek paper, so I'll be able to have some fun with that. And here I've got a really big piece of fabric. Another piece. Now, because I like to paint on fabric myself, I found this, you know, fabulous find for me. But I can't say I've done anything quite as intricate as this that I've picked up. So the techniques are fabulous. I mean, look at this one. It's all been done in little sections. So obviously some different techniques have been followed here. Some nice pink pieces. So at some stage, you know, and this is some felt that's been bleached, I think, but this has inspired me to have a look at the way I do things. I mean, this, rather than being painted, this is almost like it's been printed on or done in different sections, but you know, it's just gorgeous. So much of it. I haven't used any of it yet in any projects. So I've got all that fun to look forward to. Beautiful patterns there. All different sort of techniques and styles, more marbled pieces. And this one is definitely just painted straight onto the fabric. But really, really fabulous. So that's my first little stash for very little cost. And also, I work in an antique shop. I do sell vintage linen and lace and things, but I've got a friend that has got a unit in the antique shop, and she picked up all these felted pieces and she passed them on to me for actually no money at all. But just look at that. That's actually a felted picture, so I'll probably put that onto canvas, stretch it on and use that. But I've got all these pieces. I do consider myself really blessed to have actually received all these. That's all different oranges and like a shocking pink. But aren't they gorgeous? And look at that, that's been needle felted on. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all these, and but I mean, I could make items or cut them up or whatever. I'm not really quite sure. I've got to have a good think about it. Some of them are actually felted pictures, so they'll stay as felted pictures. That's another felted picture there. And this is like been done, and it's got all different pockets and bits. I don't know really what I'm going to do with that. Some beautiful colours going on there. And look at the vibrant pink of that. So, you know, somebody has actually thrown these out, and they've landed, you know, on my lap, really. Again, that's incredible, you know, it's beautiful stuff. Look at this bright green. I mean, that would make a nice, probably, cushion. I don't know. But I'm thinking of stitching them into something. And that one's, again, another felted picture. But again, I got those. They cost me absolutely nothing. But I will do some give back. Now, this was another piece I picked up from car boot as well, from Flea Market. Now, this is a vintage piece of patchwork. As you can see, it's all been done with like little bits of paper. Now, probably if I could find a bit of paper with the date on, I'd know when it was actually made. But I'm not being lucky enough up to now to find one that's got a date on. But obviously somebody cut out all their shapes from magazine. And I'm hoping at some stage I'll find a date. But I would guess that it's going to be early part of 20th century. And I just love all the colours and the fabrics, you know, it just shouts vintage out, doesn't it? And again, I haven't got a use for that yet, but I'm going to find one, that's for sure. And then I picked up a couple of tapestries. This is historical one, a medieval one, but what it looks like is they run out of the red, and all this bit that you can see I'm marking around the bottom needs to be done with more red, and I have got more red, so I'm going to complete it and make a cushion. Even for the different shades of red, I'm still going to do it. And just look how fine the lions are. That's been done really, really tiny. You can see on the back there. Such beautiful work. And you know, it's such a shame because people don't put the value on these pieces. You know, you go around flea markets and car boots and even charity shops, and you find that nobody wants them. They don't know what they're missing. I actually love it. I think that was probably £1. All that hard work and materials for £1. But no worries, because I'll enjoy it. And you can see already that somebody's been patching up the different reds, which is absolutely fine. It's beautiful. I mean, all that workmanship. It's stunning. This one is a more simplified tapestry, but it says Home Sweet Home. And another one that I picked up for £1 from Flea Market, which I absolutely love. It has lost its shape a little bit, so I will do a little bit of probably steaming, and I'll get that back in shape. But again, you know, I would have that up all that work somebody's done. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed looking at my little stash of things. I'm always picking things up. I've got quite a whole lot of it in cottons and all sorts. So on another time, I'll show you some more of my finds and the things I use. Okay, thank you for watching. See you again soon.